that has made itself an enemy against our common interest. And we need to hold on to the end and to know what happened to that guy, to that boy, and everything that happened to him, and those who took part in it, in his demise, and in the conspiracy to cover up, and what happened to his money, and also if Liam is his son. The devil needs to be exposed. And the deeds and the acts of the co-conspirators who were paid or incentivized one way or the other, maybe by money or by courtesan or by loyalty or some form of connection to divert the energies of Nigerians away from the true cause and to heap the blame on Naira Marley and Sam Larry in order for them to obstruct the justice. We have to see to it that they get punished for their deeds. VDM has given us a whole compendium of information that we can ruminate on, we can discuss on, we can learn from, and we can advise our families and friends and ourselves from. So we will discuss J4M, we will be relaxed as I went to, and we will also be active when it's necessary. I think this is just the calm, like I said, this is the calm before the storm. We're going to have September, when the DNA sitting will take place. And the Queen Murderer, she can run, but she can't hide. She's trying to play the long game with VDM. She's telling herself, or her advisors are telling her that, look, just stay in Canada, don't come to Nigeria yet. Because if you come to Nigeria, VDM will reject the case. Naira Marley's petition may go through the police, might pick you up. It's going to create more steam around the case for J4M again. People will be like, what's going to happen to you? And your role in obstructing justice, your role in distracting and disrupting the movement for justice for Mohbad is going to be exposed. And people will begin to clamor and ask for the real person. So they tell, look, just stay there and, just hide until the whole thing goes down, until maybe some verdict or some, situation happen that will make Nigerians know. Don't be surprised. They might tell her to wait in Canada until the next election and to return to Nigeria when it's time for election or time for election campaign. When the attention of the whole Nigerians are now shifted from some other issues to the election issues. So they might advise us to do that. But they always underestimate the power of truth, and they do not know that after Mohbad passed away, there are so many incidents that happened in Nigeria that it was overwhelming, but was not overwhelming enough to kill the case for justice for Mohbad. So whatever or however or how long she wants to use in Canada, whatever the works of her hands are waiting for her right here in Nigeria. And I trust BDM once in a while is going to keep on dropping out reels on on some fringes on what just to give us some information and keep us online and help keep us online. I mean, we're online already with or without VDM, but VDM really helped us help the deceased, and he helped the case. And I'm very sure now and then he's going to be dropping up the reels, giving us more information. I think what he's trying to do once again is VDM is trying to silence the disclaimer or the damage control that is made by somebody group to try to exonerate themselves or to try to ridicule or mock the works of VDM. So if some other persons come and say, oh, VDM this and that. So if some people say, oh, VDM this and that, VDM is going to silence that person by bringing out the evidence. This evidence, they can't even counter it. They can't even sue VDM. VDM has told them that if you guys establish this J4M WhatsApp group chat for J4M, why not release it to the public and let everybody see what you guys said in the group chat, including not just the pictures and the videos, but also the group chats. Sorry, the voice notes.
Crocodile, you, I don't know if you see.
Yes, ma'am.
You gone suing Portable, and VDM now said, "I'm the one that posted the group chat. Why are you saying Portable? Sue me." Jigon went to sue that Portable. And this guy is saying, why did you go? He saw those things on social media. Come and sue me. Don't sue Portable, sue me. Why is Jigon leaving the person that brings shot out and suing someone that uses the shots to sing? Does it make sense to anybody?
Doesn't make no sense.
Why he think he's going to sue Portable and leave that person that brought out their shot? Is there any sign of smartness in that? I don't think so. Go ahead and read.
Thank you very much for buttressing. It's just like you are leaving you are ignoring the fox or the wolf in the house, and you are trying to save the chicken. You are trying to save the chicken. You have to chase out the wolf. You are trying to save the chicken without chasing out the wolf. You are ignoring the real issues that you're supposed to address, and you're chasing out the fridges. And it's a shame, because if you look at the other, the Nollywood actors and actresses in general, and the Nollywood organization itself, none of them has brought out any statement to condemn the activities of Yabujo and to condemn the activities of Tontodike and Jigo. None of them has brought out a statement to condemn the role that they played in obstructing justice, in disrupting justice, in diverting the energies of Nigerians to trivialities and things that doesn't even matter in justice for Mohbad, and to try to implicate the personality of Naira. I don't like talking about Sam Larry, but let me just say, because personally I think Sam Larry too has some things to say extra. I don't 100% believe this innocent, but well, I still don't in some way believe it was involved, like he pied Mohbad since it was not there. So even if we put the heat on Mohbad, someone has to be in the house to come out and confess, so that we can link the whole thing to Naira and Sam Larry, which they failed to prove so far. So I'm surprised and I'm disappointed in Nollywood. I'm disappointed in the hierarchies of these, actors and actresses and these people who can come out and speak against this disruptive act. It's a shame. And it's a shame. Some of them, some of those Nollywood actors and actresses, they uploaded the pictures of Jigon on their Instagram handle, and they were mollycoddling him. They were praying for him. They were saying this too shall pass. They were giving him words of exhortation. They were patting his back. They were, words of hope. They were consoling him. Consoling him for what? That he disrupted justice, and then he was exposed, and then some of his deals got cut off. Some of his endorsement got withdrawn because of him being exposed to be involved in some range, together with some miscreants, to disrupt justice for Mohbad and assault the personality of the father of the deceased, and to share some, blackmailing, techniques, to which they used to restrict the police from actually carrying out their job. Why at the same time posing in public to be for justice? Why at the same time posing in public that, we are here for justice? Issuing press statement and acting like they are the front burner of C0NFIRM, but within their coven, they are actively working against what they profess, to be working for in public. They are talking about they were not for the autopsy; they are for the bullying. That the autopsy does not concern them. It means that they know that the government's conducted autopsy is going to fail, and I'm sure that some of them are also involved. The persons of interest in the group, they are also involved in the subsequent attempt by Baba Mohbad to carry out a private foreign autopsy on Mohbad's body. Some of them, like the Yabo Joes and some of those ones in the group who don't talk, who just monitor and take action behind the scene, they are also there to ensure that Odumosu was recommended, and Odumosu was used to botch the whole process of the private autopsy, and to ensure that Baba does not exercise his right in checking and addressing the autopsy issue before it was filed to court, by telling Baba that Baba does not have the right to check the autopsy result until the autopsy result is sent to the magistrate to be read. They skillfully and surely capitalized on the naivety of Baba's, the power of Anthony, the man with the power of Anthony. They capitalized on his sloppiness, on his indifference, on his nonchalant attitude. They capitalized on his simplicity or his sloppiness, his carelessness. They capitalized on this weak trait, and they used it to, use him to prevail over Baba. Baba is sincere with everyone. born. He said doesn't know things like this because of his literacy level. And they appointed the power of attorney to see to it. But the power of attorney was sloppy. They capitalized on that to botch the whole process of the autopsy. And these are the individuals that were involved in the WhatsApp group. And in Nollywood, acting all kinds of movies on Netflix, doing all kinds of, moral and what you call it, whitewashing and, moral movies and acting nicely from, our TV, like they are this, like they're that. They can't even display real life moral. They can't transmit that morality that they portray in their movies. They can't even transmit it to real life and stand for the truth and speak. Jigon, what you did was wrong. You deserve to be excommunicated from Nollywood. You deserve to be suspended from Nollywood. You're supposed to be excommunicated from Nollywood. What Iyabojo did was wrong. We as a Nollywood, blah blah blah. We were against the behavior displayed by so personnel in obstruction of justice in C0N. And the same Nollywood are the ones that will be making movies that is like Mohbad's story, where an unfortunate person got murdered by some other person, and then the process of justice was difficult, but it was eventually sought, and end of story. They can't see this as a means to assert themselves as an institution of integrity. Meanwhile, instead, what they are doing is they are turning a blind eye to it. Some of the artists are on Instagram. They are praising Jigon. They are the ones supporting and liking and sharing and reposting Iyabojo's post. They are all over the social media, hyping and thumbing up to dropping the thumbs up to the activities of Tonto Dike and all those things. That is the level of hypocrisy in our own system itself. And that is a shame. And come 2027, when it's time for election, it is these same Nollywood stars that will be paid pittances and will be told to come in front of us and campaign for certain political candidates using our emotions to campaign. But we have a real fight here, but they don't want to get involved in it. Another gimmick that they also do is that it started with in the beginning was that they were like, why can't we get justice? Okay, they said it is the family. Nigerians were like, it was the police. It is the police. They said, then they came in and said, no, it's not the police. The police are doing their investigation. Okay, investigation for the past how many months or how many years, we've not seen anything out of it. Where is the police? Are the police working? We can hear Iyabojo defending Wunmi on S0N talking about Wunmi has been interrogated countless times. You can see she blocked that area. When Iyabojo sees that a particular question is going towards unraveling or exposing, if some questions will be hitting the center of gravity of their lies and their cover-up, Iyabojo will stop that trend. She will block it by saying, oh, it has been done. Even if it has never been done, they will say, oh yeah, we've gone there, we've spoke to the police has gotten the information, it has been done. When they say, oh, the CCTV, according to Prime Boy, the CCTV was working, and Mohbad told him that the CCTV feeds to his iPhone storage. I said, no, the CCTV are spoiled. The house was gotten for 5 months. Mohbad was in the house for less than 5 months. A new house, and the CCTV suddenly got out of order. So the police has even confirmed it that CCTV is not working. So you can see they blocked that area. When it's time for the DNA, during the CCTV, we rushed out to say, oh, don't give Prime Boy any audience. That Prime Boy was lying. That Prime Boy was hungry. Let's not give Prime Boy any audience. The CCTV, you favor my husband. All those things, the detractors won't pick up on it. They won't use that as a reference. They will hide it. When it's time for the DNA, when it's time for the DNA, Iyabojo rushed out. People are asking, let's just do this DNA on the group chat. Those who don't know. You see, those who don't know, if you are involved in a movement or in a cause and you don't have details into the real game that is playing behind the scene, you are just a pawn in the game. They are using you to boost their ranks. You are a pawn. If you are on the chessboard, we know those ones who are the pawns. We know those ones who are, the knights, the bishops, the king, the queen, the horse, and whoever. Those knights, the bishop, the king, and the queen, they know the game, but the pawns don't know the game. The pawns are there because of their support, of their loyalty, and of their, of their drive. They are zealous. They want justice. So because of these things, they get involved in whatever group, pretends or portends or claims to be for justice. So they drop into those groups and they fight for justice. The objectives for which that group was really established, they have no idea about it. So when somebody like Yabojo, when people are like, and these are the pawns are saying, oh, this DNA matter, let's just do this DNA. And, of course, Liam is Mohbad's son. Let's do it and let's shame these noisemakers that Liam is Mohbad's son. These are the pawns that are talking. They have no idea of the game. They don't know what's going on. They have no idea of the objectives behind the establishment of that group. They don't know the motive behind it. They don't know that the admin, the queen murderer, the admin, established that group to use it as a farming, I and our friends, who know what's going on. They established that group to use it as a farming system to farm the people, in the group, and to mobilize and galvanize their actions, their money, their connections, to galvanize their, to use all those things and to use it to attack Naira Marley and Sam Larry. So she gathered the crowd, okay, you have connections, all right, good, join us. Okay, you know what? Okay, you were once at the Malian house, you saw what Naira Marley did, Naira Marley was smoking weed, right? Okay, he's a thug, right? Okay, join us. Okay, what about you? Naira Marley did not help me, I needed some money, he ignored me. Oh, so you have some evidence? Yeah. Okay, do you see him doing something bad? Yeah, one night, I saw Naira Marley, he was just, doing anyhow, I thought he was high on drugs. Okay, join us. They were using it to recruit all those naysayers, the disgruntled ones, those ones who Naira Marley and Sam Larry has offended, those ones who have some maybe fake or vague evidence, maybe mouth evidence. They're using it to bring them together, and they're also using it to get themselves to know who has new information. They use it to bring, and of course that's how Jigon got in, that's how them Sam Clef got in, because even though they know that these guys are not for justice, they are just one leg in, one leg out, in the sense that they have grouse and they have some kind of problems with Naira Marley. So they join the group not because they want justice, but because they are willing to be used by the group admins against Naira Marley and Sam. So they're happy to join the group anyways. So they make themselves available. They join these groups. They get in the group. Okay, so all right, listen guys. This is not about justice. It's about the bully. So let's face those people who bullied Mohbad. Okay, it was going fine. They were, writing a petition. They were using their connections to call the lawyers to set the bail conditions of Naira Marley, Sam Larry. They were doing this. They were moving around. They were, they were on top of the world at that point in time. There was no eyes on the nurse. Baba Mohbad was dejected in his home. He wasn't talking about. You couldn't even grant an interview. Their propaganda machine and lies was working against Mohbad's dad. Mohbad's dad was wearing Mohbad's clothes. He buried Mohbad alive. He was jealous of Mohbad's success. He received 50 million from Naira Marley. All those kind of stories were good. Everything was going good until Baba came on BBC. And Baba cleared the air on some issues as regards his family, as regards how Mohbad was buried, and some other things. Then they got angry. Baba came out, and Nigerians began to clamor. Wait, what happened in the house? It's like something happened in the house. Okay, who is in us? Then everything begins to, the whole cover of lies began to be pushed back, began to be exposed, and then their group was in this area, and then the DNA issue was discussed. It popped up, and Nigerians were asking, is this really Mohbad's son? And then a voice note came out where Mohbad alleged that Wunmi and her murderer's family were trying to end his life, and Mohbad was questioning that, is it these videos that you intend to push out when I pass? And all those things. So he threw them, and then the pawns were really, there were always the pawns, and the pawns are like, wait. Some pawn kept quiet. They were like, oh, there's a two sides to this story. Some went back. Some were like, wait. Let's do the DNA. Let's just do this DNA, and let's have, even if by Mohbad, if people see that this son is really from Mohbad, people will be like, let's just go. Let's do the DNA. But the thing was gathering steam. It was gathering steam. Okay, private DNA. Tolodike was raising, eyebrow about the DNA. Yabojo came in and she quickly cut it. She said she has done the DNA privately, and that they used Mohbad's mom to carry out the DNA, and then that according to Liam is Mohbad's son. She thought that was case closed, but I'm sure VDM just put the whole thing on a pause intentionally because I guess the DNA issue is still in the court. It's still being discussed, and there's going to be a verdict real soon. He doesn't want to preempt the preempt the results. If Mohbad is granted to do the DNA anywhere he wants to do it across the world, he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to run faster than the horse. He wants the whole thing. Baba Mohbad should take the samples and conduct the DNA, and whatever results that comes out of it, he'll be glad to announce the result on his platform, and at the same time announce or expose the revelations about the DNA on the group chat, on the WhatsApp chat, to see, so that Nigerians can really, see the correlation. That's why I'm in support of somebody who brought an idea that the DNA should be done in 2 or 3 places, where it is credible places, where even average Nigerians can walk in and confirm the veracity of that hospital where the DNA is done. Not just one place, but it should be spread across, maybe different places, maybe Europe, maybe Germany, maybe America, maybe where it is of credible reputation, so that these people, because I'm sure what they're trying to do now is they said they want to do the DNA too. See, they want that DNA to be a back and forth issue. So Baba will do a DNA is negative. They say they will do a DNA is positive. They begin to talk about, I don't know where Baba did his DNA. They will say, Baba go and pay some people, and they twist the result that is negative. Look at where we do our DNA in Nigeria here. It's positive. That's what so they want to create another doubt. They are trying to reduce the credibility of that DNA. They want to down this. They want to down the noise. So they have some ace up their sleeves for that DNA, just as they have some ace up their sleeves for the autopsy and the other test and the forensic that will reveal the actual cause of Mohbad's death and the CCTV. They have some others ace up their sleeves. And that is what they're trying to do. But I believe that they can only try. But as it is, we are at the point whereby they themselves don't even have the confidence to peddle the same lie and the narrative that they're always peddling. The only thing they can do right now, the weapon that they think they have now, is to wait it out till things cool down, and to get Yabo to remain in Canada, hoping that Nigerians will forget about the case and things will cool down, the election will come, some other issues will come, and people will forget about it. That's what they actually think. I think that's what they thought was going to happen. When the whole verdict was passed, and they tend to put the whole accolade on Mohbad's, on Adura's mom and Wunmi, and they tired and fed out Mohbad's dad, and made it as though the man was responsible for the reasons why justice was not served. In fact, they almost made it seem as though Mohbad's dad was responsible for Mohbad's death in their verdict. They thought they had it go. They've had it at that point. They never solved it. So to this, I would just say, let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's understand that this particular fight is necessary, that we fight it. Yeah, we go to work, go about our daily activities, and we manage our energies, and we know those ones who are into it for the gain of it, who have been paid to twist the narrative. We keep on discussing it, talking about it. It must not end. They can't stop out of social media, and at the end of the day, we believe that the obstacle and the way will be removed. According to a particular Roman Caesar, I think he said there was a particular a quote. He said obstacles. Okay, he said an obstacle to action advances action. It means when you are trying to find the truth about something, or we are trying to get a way or find a way, and there's an obstacle. The obstacle is actually the way. So the obstacle that we are facing now is some big wigs, some elites in the Lagos State's judicial and executive position. A few individuals who are trying to gag the institution and restrict them from doing their job. But it's just a matter of time. How long can they hold? How long for more can they hold? Because this thing has gathered steam and it's already it's getting out of their control. So we stay resilient, we stay determined, and we stay resolute. Get this out. So yeah, so those talking about VDM is what they will do now is they will try to run. They will try to run like they will try to run faster than VDM and try to confirm some of those things that VDM has said or some of those things that VDM is implying, and then they will try to do it and they'll try to run in front of it and try to give Wunmi a soft landing. You see, any narrative that gives Wunmi a soft landing is a lie. Anybody that says, "Oh, you pity this girl," their trick is when they'll say, "Oh, and I pity her. Oh, she does not know what she was doing. It was Yabo." No, it wasn't Yabo, because Yabo was part of it. Wunmi was also part of it. So there's no pity for her. You see, oh, she's innocent. It was Yabo that forced her. Thank you for your opinion, but we know that it was with her intention to buy that boy and run away with what he has before. So if it was not her intention to do it, she won't invite no Yabo just to do no damage control for her. But she wanted it. She wanted to get away with it, and she's ready to pay anybody that can make her get away with it. That's why she engaged the service of the co-murderer, the liar, the disruptor, the hungry, the greedy, the pimp. That's how they engage her services to do it. And she's doing she's doing a bad job at it. She doesn't even know how to do a good job. She doesn't know how to lie. An apprentice to Wunmi and the like. They don't know how to lie. She does not even have an integrity, a good reputation. She thought she can just get her, run away with it and lie. But the whole pack of lie has failed and she's been exposed. So let them keep on playing the blame game. She's the one in prison. She's the one in Canada. Very soon, I think this is summer, almost going to autumn. Very soon the rains will come. The cold rains, autumn rains will come, and then the autumn setting, and then cold setting. Let's see how long she's going to hold up, right, in Canada, where everything is always cold. So let's see how long she holds up over there. Maybe she can go to, maybe she might try to run to maybe Santorini, or try to run to Miami, or try to run to Mexico or something. The point is, she's in prison. She's running around. Of course, you can be in prison and you can be out of prison and still be in prison. So that's Yabo's case. The old Yabo running around talking about APC, talking about LP, jumping around with her heart like she's some kind of she's just running her mouth like she's free and she can do anything that she wants to do in Nigeria. She can't even come back to Nigeria. She's not even free to return back to the country because of the works of her hands. In one of her life, she said something like, "Justice for Mohbad is a distraction. I'm soon to be a grandmother." Wow, really? So, okay. Anyway, that's self-explanatory. I don't need to expand that. So that's kind of person that she is, and she has an army of people working for her and also working with her. So as it is now, VDM has our support, and VDM has the support of millions of good-hearted Nigerians with good conscience. So we are with VDM. We support VDM's work, and VDM is also other things to do. We can see he recently dived into the Dangote truck case and some other social issues. So VDM is going to address everything when the time comes. He has, of course, a very organized system, way of working, and it's also strategic because Yabo is playing chess, so he's playing checkers. Okay, let me just hide here. If I hide here for some time, and I didn't come to Nigeria, Nigerians will forget about it. They will talk about something else. I'll just say, stay here. I'll be doing CR for them. I'll be making jokes. I'll be laughing. I'll be going to shows. I'll be making, going to ceremonies. I'll be looking beautiful. And all my fans on Instagram will be, they'll be hyping me. They'll be pushing me up. And why I'm here, I'll be sponsoring campaign of calumny against VDM. I'll try to bring him down. I'll pay the blogs to bring him down. I will incentivize other blogs, similar blogs who want to see VDM down. I'll pay them. So I'll push them so they can bring him down. I don't even need to, lift a finger against VDM. I'll just be paying those blogs to be attacking him. I'll be sponsoring the wrong narrative while I'm here. I'll just tell women to just keep quiet, enjoy her life, and just lay low. If time reach, VDM go tire, go talk him again. If the matter don't die, that is the game that Yaboju thinks she can play. But man proposes, God disposes. What you don't know is that this J4M is a fight that is divinely the divine essence of the creator is also involved, because the way and manner in which Mohbad was spied, it really shook not just humanity, but also the universe, because we know what happened when Mohbad passed away. There was a heavy rainfall. There was so much, climatic conditions across the planet that day, and I'm sure we believe that it was a response to the departure of of a great being, of a great soul. So, and since then, we saw all those who were trying to get into C0N movement to infiltrate the movement and to derail, and to asperse Mohbad's dad. We also, how they are now. We saw how they have, all of them are falling. Those who started good and ended bad, who got money. Those whose greed and selfishness got them to deviate. We saw how they've ended now. So that's not just an ordinary force that is at work. So we are not going to give up and let up. Sometimes you just sleep, you get tired and you go to bed. You wake up in the morning looking so invigorated, like you're ready to to do some work, and after you done your work, you're free, you just want to hop in and know what's going on in C0N and all those things like that. So we wait on God, and He's always renewing our strength and giving us the power to prosecute this struggle, each and every one of us. And yeah, we thank the host, we thank the panelists, we also thank the commenters. So let's this is an original cause. This is a real cause. This is real. This is not about Arsenal, Chelsea. This is not about APC or PDP. This is not about some hyping or fandom behind some celebrity. This is not some team this, or this is not even about Big Brother. This is not even about any of those stuff. This is not even about blogging or gang fight. This is a real cause. This is a real issue. It is real. It is a real battle of life. It's a real struggle to establish freedom and justice and equality in the system. This is what the kingdom of heaven is all about. The kingdom of heaven is not just about singing and some choir and some virgins and some good food and protest. No. The kingdom of heaven is the establishment of freedom, justice and equality and creativity and advancement for mankind. That is what it's all about. So with each instances of injustice, we are going back to hell. We keep taking 10 steps to hell if we allow injustice to slide. Of course, we can't take our cars and we can't take our visas, our passports, our nice shoes and nice houses and nice phones. We can't really take them to heaven or to the grave. Everything ends here. But we can. The fact that we took part in a struggle to assert and to establish the kingdom of heaven right here on this planet, where there is freedom, where people are free, to express themselves. People have a right to life. People have the right to liberty, the right to seek justice if their liberty and their freedom is violated, and right to the pursuit of their own happiness, right to justice, right to equality, and right to be able to create within themselves in a way, and to bring, into this planet the creativity that they have been endowed by the Creator to bring about. Look, if we talk about the golden age, right, we're talking about an age where human beings attain some higher consciousness and they're able to bring in about the creativity that they have been endowed and that are endowed by the Creator to bring on the earth. So some of them are good at football, some are good in singing, some are good in some abstract stuff like maybe drawing, we are all expressions of the Creator, right? So if we are on earth and we're not allowed to express this talent or this gift or this endowment, this is hell. And when somebody who has such great potential, despite are not allowed to express, the mandate that is endowed to them by the Creator, if they're not allowed to do it, then the universe is going to be like, what happened? What's going on? You are sent to do this. What happened to you? Why did you die? What happened to you? And then the universe will try to seek a redress, to seek justice. That no, this cannot be allowed, because the mandate of the Creator is to get itself, is to replicate itself on a three-dimensional level, which is on the earth level, in different ways and shape and form, and express itself. So we have a Mohbad, we have a crocodile, we have a this, we have a that, we have different kinds of human beings, but we are all expressions of the Creator, and we must be, as a result of that, we have a right to be free. We have a right to live, to be able to express ourselves on this plane, and we also have a right to pursue our happiness. So nobody should be allowed to twat or to budge the happiness of the other person and walk free. No, we are going to hell if we allow that to happen. We're not going to allow that to happen. Like I said, it's a cause that is greater than every single one of us. Anybody who tries to show that they are arrogant, that they are big, that they are important, that they can disrupt things the way they want, they can say anything, that they are bigger than everyone, that they are so pompous and they are full of themselves, they are going to come crash into the ground in no time. Just like we've seen some of those, dead generals who thought they were big, they can direct things the way they wanted to direct it, they can drag this person, they can drag that person, they can peddle this narrative and peddle that narrative, they can allow this to go and slide. We saw how they ended. So it's a way that we can learn to understand that the divine force or the divine presence of the Creator is involved in this fight, and we should also give our voice to it, and we should also express ourselves. We should help each other. We should give suggestion. We should analyze, and we should keep the fire burning as much and as long as possible until justice is served.
Wow, that was an amazing submission. Thank you so much for that. Right. I think it's time I call it a day. It's been a long day. Thank you so much to all the panelists. Thank you so much to all the gifters, commenters, and the tappers. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that actually joined us in this live and then thanks to everyone that commented, thanks to everyone that gifted, thanks to everyone that actually tapped on their screen to support the live. And as always, Eshe Modupe, Eshe Atu, Lojo, Sister Titi, Eshe, Mommy Iti, Eshe, Mr. Kukuda, Eshe, Mr. Foye, Eshe, Grandma No Regrets, Eshe, God of Justice, Eshe, I can't mention everyone's name, Ami Olasto, Eshe, Olubimi Fukoya, Eshe, everybody, Mone Daruko, everyone, but Eshe go to join wa pẹ̀lú live and ní abẹ́ Ọlọ́run, I might get justice no matter what, on how they try to cover everything. Gbogbo narrative irọ́ tó fẹ́ máa push, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó happen. Leave him, it's time. So everybody to join, Eshe Adúpẹ́ tẹ́ join, a tún pàdé ní ọjọ́ mìíràn. So thank you so much. It's okay, just leave him. He's tired, leave him. He doesn't want to play.
What's that?
It's okay, sorry.
It's not. He hit me in the head with that and that hurt.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Max is tired. He doesn't want to play. Honestly. Hi, I'm doing great, thank you. How are you? So, Eshe Gong, thank you so much. Atupadini Ojo Miro. So, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? Atupadini Ojo Miro. So, Emma Jackafi Justice for Mobile Tile, because one try last time I push different narrative every single day. Wanted to need a lot of minions, everybody. One push, Orishi. Matthew, you go upstairs and leave him. Go upstairs. I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing? Wanted to need, I want T1 so fun. Kí wọ́n máa lọ sí orí internet kó máa lọ máa parọ́ pé nǹkan míì ló ṣẹlẹ̀, so eléyìí ni ká má gbà. So tí a bá rí àwọn eléyìí káwọn máa fi question sórí comment wọn pé okay, nǹkan báyìí kí ló ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀, nǹkan eléyìí kí ni ó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀. So irú nǹkan báyìí kò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní power láti máa continue pẹ̀lú irọ́ tí wọ́n fẹ́ pa fún wa. So àwa náà máa like báwo ló ṣe máa sọ, àwa náà máa fún wọn back again tí wọ́n bá ti fẹ́ gbé nǹkan wá, a máa gbé padà fún wọn pé okay o bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ló ṣe jẹ́ kí ó rí pé báyìí ló ṣe jẹ́ kí ó rí so àwa náà a ò ní fún wọn ní chance and tó bá ti gbé nǹkan sórí TikTok àwa náà máa comment pé no ọjọ́ báyìí ní inú CTC báyìí nǹkan báyìí ni wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀ because a lot ó wà lórí TikTok tí ẹlòmíì kò mọ̀ wọ́n kọ̀ join ní pòkè VDM sọ pé justice for Mohbad.